Brink. How are you doing, Brink?
You mean apart from being trapped on an alien planet with no idea of how to get back?
This is a pretty desolate place.
Whoever once lived here, I think they are long since gone. So much dust. Undisturbed except by our own feet.
Can you make any sense of what you see here?
A good archaeologist doesn't expect to make sense of things until he's been digging at a site for years.
We don't have years.
Maybe years are all we have.
Brink, how does Maggie seem to be holding up?
She seems to be fine, Commander.
I'm okay.
We all have to watch out for each other. I hope you can figure some way out of this place. I don't think we'll be able to climb these walls.
In my years of studying rocks and ancient sites, I learned that sometimes the best way down is up, and sometimes the best way up is down.
Yeah, well, I hope that made sense to you, because it sure didn't make any sense to me. Thanks. Robbins. You doing okay?
Oh, I'm fine. This is the greatest story of my life. The only trouble is, I have no way of telling it to anybody.
This place is as desolate as the Midwest.
Almost as desolate as the Midwest.
Thanks. Robbins. Maggie, does Brink look okay to you?
So far, he looks fine.
I'm okay, Commander. Thanks for your concern.
We all have to watch out for each other. Thanks. Hmm. I guess this isn't a natural geological formation, right, Brink?
Look how close the stones fit. Like ancient Peruvian masonry.
So it's primitive.
There was nothing primitive about ancient Peruvian masonry, Commander Lowe.
I wonder what they use this for.
Where are you going, Lowe?
I was gonna check for water. Or some way out of here.
I think we should remain together.
Fine. Follow me.
This is no longer a space expedition, Lowe. This is an archaeological dig. Therefore, I am the obvious leader.
Fine. Whenever we need to dig something up, you can use the shovel. In the meantime, our first business is to survive. Our second task is to get home. We need to work together, and I'm still the commander of this mission.
You don't know any more about surviving on an alien world than I do.
Boston is right, Ludger. He's the one with experience in survival, and we need someone in command. This is no time for a foolish power struggle.
All right, I agree. For now.
Not just plants, but creatures too. I'm not an archaeologist, but these look like bones to me.
But they are not lying where the animal died. They were placed here. Markers.
A grave?
Best guess.
And now a home for those rat-like things. It looks like something is buried here. Something's looking at me. Something's looking at me.
What? Are you just going to dig right in? With a shovel? You will destroy the site.
I'm not doing archaeology right now, Brink. I'm looking for something to help get us home.
Your name will live forever. As the bone-headed space hero who destroyed precious data at the first alien archaeological site.
That's better than having my name live forever. As a commander of an expedition that disappeared and was never heard from again. Now get out of the way if you aren't gonna help, Brink. This might take a while.
What a fine accomplishment, Commander. Now we have a pile of meaningless dirt and bones.
Maybe not. You never know when an alien bone will prove useful.
Whatever creature these bones used to be, I don't think we've got anything like it on Earth. What do you think? Was this the skull of a sentient being? Or a pet? Or a beast of burden?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's dead.
It's a strange-shaped jawbone. The teeth still look strong. Whatever creature these bones used to be, I don't think we've got anything like it on Earth. Brink. How are you doing, Brink?
You mean apart from being trapped on an alien planet with no idea of how to get back?
I hope you can figure some way out of this place. I don't think we'll be able to climb these walls.
In my years of studying rocks and ancient sites, I learned that sometimes the best way down is up, and sometimes the best way up is down.
Yeah, well, I hope that made sense to you, because it sure didn't make any sense to me. Brink, how does Maggie seem to be holding up?
She seems to be fine, Commander.
I'm okay.
We all have to watch out for each other. Thanks. This is light, but it feels as strong as steel.
Do you think we could climb this slope?
No use. It doesn't go up all the way to the top.
The engravings on this wall, are they writing or decoration?
You're asking us? A smallish moon in orbit around us. Looks like a large moon in orbit around us. Looks like a large moon in orbit around us. A smallish moon in orbit around us.
Fantastic! Look!
More proof of alien life.
Do you think there's anyone or anything alive?
It seems someone had to have been here.
Let's hope they're peaceful. Or gone. This alien technology is hopelessly ruined. This alien technology is hopelessly ruined. This alien technology is hopelessly ruined. It won't do anything. These engines are enormous, but there is no evidence of any type of combustion. No scorching, no oxidation.
The design of this ship is not consistent with the vast geometric structures we've encountered so far.
So this ship is not from around here.
Not in my opinion.
Perhaps they were stranded here, much like us.
It's a possibility.
I wonder what power source it used. I wonder what power source it used. I wonder what power source it used. Can you tell anything about what these people look like from the interior of their ship?
All this rust, corrosion. Perhaps animals have moved things around. Hard to know what we're looking at. Let me look. Try not to disturb anything.
We might need this wire later. I'm gonna see if I can pull it down.
First, shouldn't you turn the power off at the breaker box?
What?
That was a joke, Lo.
Oh yeah. Ha. Stand back in case something comes down on our heads.
Look at it. It's beautiful.
Changing shapes, mathematical progressions of ever more complex polyhedrons.
Next time I suggest pulling a wire.
No, I'm glad you did. What could that have been?
Not a random electrical discharge.
Maybe it's a kind of computer display. Maybe to the aliens who piloted this ship it conveyed some meaningful information. But to me, it means absolutely nothing. Did any of you see? Was this here before that thing appeared?
Of course it was. Do you think an electrical field can carry a solid object?
it still might be useful. Well, I don't see any treasure, but there is something in here. When we get back, the engineers are going to have a field day trying to figure out how this worked. It's closed. It's a rod, engraved, 5 geometric shapes. It's indicating to the right. It's indicating to the right. It's indicating to the right. Robbins, do you think it was trying to get one of us hurt?
I don't know, but apparition seems like a good word for it.
Maggie, does Brink look okay to you?
So far, he looks fine.
I'm okay, Commander. Thanks for your concern.
We all have to watch out for each other. I've never felt anything like that. It was as if I were inside a magnet. I'm still tingling.
Do you think it could have been alive?
Who knows what life really is? But it sure was an organic life. Do you think we just set off an alarm?
Right now, I'd be glad to see some spaceport police come and arrest us.
Thanks. Brink. What was that apparition?
Ah, so much to learn and not a single piece of instrumentation.
Brink, how does Maggie seem to be holding up?
She seems to be fine, Commander.
I'm okay.
We all have to watch out for each other. I don't know if I set that off by pulling the wire or if it was just coincidence.
Just keep pulling everything you see and we'll find out, Lo.
Do you think that was an attempt to communicate with us?
Was your pulling the wire an attempt to communicate with them? Did it ever occur to you that maybe if they wanted to communicate with us, they'd just come up and talk?
Thanks.
I think we can safely say this is not a natural weather phenomenon.
How about a mirage? Anyone voting for it being a mirage?
It knew we were here. It was trying to tell us something. Or show us something.
Don't be too quick to anthropomorphize.
How do we know what life looks like here?
It might be alive. Or it might be some kind of automatic guidance system. We triggered it in that ruined ship and now it's leading us.
You mean this is the last gasp of a holographic tour guide?
Or the Port Authority. Maybe it's telling us we're under arrest. Come quietly or self-aiming lasers will toast us to cinders in 15 seconds.
Stop it. Maybe you can think that's funny, but the last thing I need is some mischievous boy trying to give me the creeps.
If I wanted to give you the creeps, I'd tell you that it was the ghost of a long-dead alien.
How do you know it isn't a ghost?
What? You think this is where aliens end up when they die? If it is, then this place better be hell, because it sure isn't my idea of heaven.
Now you're starting to give me the creeps. I wonder what they use this for. Brink. What do you make of the last ghost event?
Maggie may be right. It could be sentient, but one does not judge too hastily.
Brink, how does Maggie seem to be holding up?
She seems to be fine, Commander.
I'm okay.
We all have to watch out for each other. Do you have any guesses as to what these things are?
First of all, Commander, I don't guess. Second of all, if I did, it wouldn't take me long to consider looking more closely at that spot where the last one hovered.
I could really use your best educated guess about that apparition.
Given my vast experience in alien apparitions, Commander Lowe, I'd say it might have been correlated to that spot.
Thanks. Robbins. Do you think that apparition meant anything?
I'm not sure, but it seemed to focus on that spot.
That's 2 occurrences. I'm not sure what to make of them.
Don't look at me, Commander. That last one did seem to hover over that spot, though.
Maggie, does Brink look okay to you?
So far, he looks fine.
I'm okay, Commander. Thanks for your concern.
We all have to watch out for each other. Assuming it was sentient, what do you think that thing was trying to tell us?
Commander Lowe makes a concession. Since this is a momentous occasion, I'll tell you that I think the spot it was pointing at might be interesting to look at.
Thanks. It's too small and dark to see if this hole leads anywhere. I'm gonna see if I can enlarge the hole. Maybe there's something under here.
Yeah, maybe something lives down in that hole.
The utterances of experts.
The ground is soft here. Loose. I think this used to be an opening, and over the years, wind has filled it up with sand and dirt.
Here, let me see. Yes, that's right. You're probably right.
That means the ground is treacherous. It could be hollow under there.
Commander, I think it's time for an archaeologist to do the digging. I'm used to dealing with drifted soil.
The shovel is yours, Brink. Just be careful. The ground's pretty unstable. My feet kept sinking.
My whole training is to be careful. Not to charge in with guns blazing. Finally, a good use for my extensive training.
No, it's completely...
I can't!
No!
I couldn't get to him in time. I couldn't.
It happened too fast. Can we get down there? How long a drop is it?
Looks like the rubble has formed a ramp. Follow me. Here he is. He's not moving.
Brink! Boston. He's dead.
I should have been the one digging.
Then you'd be the dead one.
It was my responsibility to.
Brink and I are not children or trained monkeys. We're responsible adults. It could have been any of us, and there's not a thing you could have done to prevent it.
But to lose Brink, and we've only been up here.
Look, you can't keep me safe, and I can't keep you safe. So there's no particular reason for us to stay together. Our odds of getting back to Earth are better if we work separately on figuring this place out.
I don't like the idea of splitting up.
Why? Because we're safer together? Ask Brink about that.
Because maybe I won't know what I'm seeing without you to help me understand it.
If you find something interesting, the communicators still work. Till then, adios, ciao, sayonara, auf Wiedersehen.
Maggie, it's against every rule of military action for an officer to be separated from his command.
Boston, this isn't a military action. And you don't have a command. There's just you and me, and we both know exactly the same amount about this situation, which is to say, nada, nothing, zip. If we suddenly find ourselves facing an army, then you're in command again. Until then, adios, ciao, sayonara, auf Wiedersehen.
Nobody likes you when you smart off like that.
Yeah, all my psychological tests as a kid said that I didn't work well with others.
So this is what failure feels like. You could be irritating sometimes, but you sure didn't deserve to die. You could be irritating sometimes, but you sure didn't deserve to die. Well, that probably wouldn't hurt too. The plants seem to draw energy from my body and disperse it among all the plants. They must share a common root system. No signs of bioluminescence. These plants, no signs of bioluminescence. These plants must be feeding off some underground electrical source. It's pointing behind me. Shallow indentations. Shallow indentations. Looks like one of the control plates we found on Attila. One of the metal plates. It's a rod, engraved, 5 geometric shapes. It won't do anything. I can't use these two things together. Load a shuttle. Come in, Ken. Way out of range. Load a shuttle. Come in, Cora. Way out of range. He's dead. Robbins, this is Lowe.
Robin's here. I read you.
Maggie, I found a plate like the ones in the asteroid that triggered our journey here.
For all we know, any plates we find might send us on a voyage to the opposite edge of the galaxy.
Tell you what, I'll keep looking for more of them and you decipher that language so we can read the directions.
Great. You get to look for metal things lying around on the ground while I have to decode a completely alien language without any information about how they think or what they might be writing about. Yeah, that's a fair division of labor.
Still looking for more of these plates, Maggie.
While you're at it, see if you can find a big, juicy steak. Or, I'm not fussy, a nice salad, or even a couple of grapes.
Got any ideas about our friendly ghost? Do you think it was trying to get one of us hurt?
How can I know, Boston? But I think it was trying to show us how to get down here. Brink falling and getting killed, that was an accident. Whether the ghost is a sentient being or some kind of holographic guide, it led us into a different part of the complex, didn't it?
Yeah, but is that good or bad?
It's better than sitting around in the sunlight wishing for a swimming pool.
Where do you think we'll run into our next ghost?
If it was just a leftover holographic display, maybe we've seen the last one. But if it's an intelligent entity, it could still be watching, evaluating us.
I should have worn my Sunday best.
What's that? The t-shirt with no holes?
Do you think that apparition meant anything?
I'm not sure, but it seemed to focus on that spot.
As irritating as he was sometimes, I really miss having Brink around.
There's nothing you could have done. Let it go.
I'm sorry Brink is dead, but I don't think it's right for you to blame me for it.
I don't blame you.
It's not safe for us to be separated.
It's not safe for us to be together either. In fact, Boston, it's just plain not safe.
I'm sorry that I can't protect against every possible accident. But that doesn't mean it isn't better for us to stay together.
Would you stop taking this personally, Boston? I'm doing my best to decipher the inscriptions that are all over the place here. Would you be any good at that?
No.
So please, go do what you're good at, and I'll stay where I am and do what I can do best. For instance, you might figure out how to turn on the lights around here.
Brink's death scared me too, Maggie.
Well, it didn't scare me. I've seen people die before, Boston. I've covered terrorism, I've covered executions, I've covered wars.
So what you're saying is, this is just another assignment for you.
Coming on the space shuttle to divert the course of Attila, that was just another assignment. Nobody ever asked me if I wanted to go to an alien world from which there might be no return.
Nobody knew.
You expected something alien, Boston, and you didn't tell me.
What if you had known everything? coming here, being marooned, Brink dead.
Oh, shut up, Boston.
You would have come anyway, wouldn't you?
Don't you have something useful to do?
Brink's still dead.
Thanks for the status report.
Thanks. Perfect landing. Bonus fuel 1,000. The Eagle has landed. This game cheats. I don't think I want to kick this door in. The door is shut tight. The door is shut tight. The door is shut tight. It's hot here, and it's glowing down there. 10 to 1, it's the power source for this place. All I need to do now is to find the light switch, or the plug, or the fuse box, or whatever makes this thing work. An instruction manual might help. Maybe a map. And I could use a sandwich. And a hot jukebox and a cold beer. Or just a starship headed for home. Get a grip, Boston.